We live, baby. Tweet it out. There's just a couple things I want to talk about, but I thought me and you were having a good conversation on Instagram. So I'm like, you know what? Get my ass up. Stream a little bit.
Now sit back down. Marinate.
He said, marinate.
Let me go ahead and listen to what I said so I can read again.
Shito. Let me tweet it out. Because I'm big brain. Listen to that J. Cole. Get my IQ up. Remember, kids, listening to J. Cole will make you smarter.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's it.
Shit. Let me start.
It's the only thing you need. It's all that matters in this world.
I remember.
Yeah, I know you fuck with me. Why the fuck you fighting? I get so excited, flying like a pilot. Yeah, I know you fuck with me. Why the fuck you fighting? I'm a trending topic. I don't like the gossip. That's inside my pocket. Nigga, fuck the optics. And my bitches got
That was a notification.
yeah, I like the flex on song. Yeah, I'm so obnoxious. Yeah, I swing like Ross's. Why you so toxic? Make me wanna vomit. You can fucking comment. I don't like coming here. I don't like the talking. I don't like coming here the way they fucking stalking. I'm a trending topic. I don't like the gossip. Dress inside my pocket. Nigga, fuck the optics. Like my bitches got this. Like I'm so chaotic. Yeah, I like the flex on song. Yeah, I'm so obnoxious. I get so excited.
You.
Yeah, I know you fuck with me. Why the fuck you fighting? I get so excited. Flying like a pilot. Yeah, I know you fuck with me. Why the fuck you fighting?
Yeah, so me and Sam was bumping that J. Cole right on the way to the bodega. Shit was slapping.
See me and East Selection of Van Beck.
I mean, yeah.
This nigga got me saying that shit now.
Nah, I mean.
I be like, you feel me? Nah, I mean. Nah, I mean. I'm saying that shit. Oh, man.
We're gonna make a clip. I'm gonna make a fucking compilation. Fucking Nia saying
My time hated you. Get jump aided. What's up? What's up, man?
Nah, not he. That's a burger. That nigga a fucking burger and he ugly.
Who Bam?
I mean, yeah, but no. Jabali. Whatever the fuck that nigga name is.
Oh,
The nigga who run fucking CEO. He a burger.
I don't know. I just said debated. I don't know. Is that
Yeah, that's where that comes
I
from.
had no idea. I just saying shit, dude. I just be talking. What's up, young Obama? Yeah, I thought I wasn't gonna stream. Not gonna be long, I promise. But Issa and I were having a good conversation on Instagram. I said, you know what? Let's document this for the people. And yeah, so do you kind of wanna like we framed it? We kind of framed it in the lens of My Hero. You know what I'm saying? But we can kind of apply it to many things. Did you want to like start us off? Go ahead. What's up, Matt? What's up, Matt?
yes. So I'll start with like my hero and span from there, so we could talk about just how it's the issue overall in general. I believe I like it here. I know Simi got a mouthful for this one 'cause I was just telling him about it earlier.
Mhm.
So it's in that recently. For those of you called to My Hero, you know what's going on with Lady Nagant, the new assassin lady, and versus Deku, right? So people perceive that because they constantly overestimate Deku's capabilities. Like I understand, he's gonna be strong, but like there's a cap and there's a lens, and based in the world of My Hero, you obviously see that when you have experience, a top tier quirk, and stuff like that, that actually matters in a verse. And there's always a power ceiling where the kids don't really overshadow the adults. Like there's a stay in your lane effect. That's what my homie Aniki likes to call, it. And that's what I really value about the series is that they don't go all too crazy. Like you're not just gonna see a 16-year-old for no reason outshine a fucking pro of like 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like that tier, that cap. So people just believe, Well, and I asked people, it was like, well, Deku finna watch her. All he gotta do is get up close. I'm like, y'all believe that she has no way to combat close quarters when a sniper in real life or some of the best hand-to-hand combat experts and have multiple like capabilities? It's just like the skill matchup is like kind of still in her favor too. It's like just all he gotta do is click close and he win. Like, well, he can't lose because he the MC. I'm like, people kind of overvalue the status of the MC, and it's really lazy writing where you just say, well, it's the MC, so he has to do this or he has to do
I
that.
never liked that
When you can
argument that people default to, and the thing about it is, there's tons of stories that I read that it doesn't apply to that. Like I've literally seen stories. I mean, I kind of have one story kind of switches main characters. Like so, like it happens. Like where like you might think someone's the MC for 200 chapters and they're not. You never know. Like there are stories like that. Keep going.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like I won't even say it because I hate when niggas use like that the excuse like it's these shooters. That's just a fucking demographic. Like I keep saying, like people like, well, it's just showing, so I expected to do this. Like that's a fucking demographic aimed at an age group. That's not the curriculum or criteria that every person has to be on a certain level of writing for children or what have you. So they can only do this, that, and the other. There's a thing called evolution and a thing called individuality. People evolve and people have individuality. And everybody finna write the same and have the same things. Like, why would you compare what they did in the past to what they do now, or this manga to that one? Like, one from well, this guy did this, so he's gonna do this too. Like, no, that's what the fuck individuality is. Individuality is about, and evolution is also about expanding your horizon, like doing things differently than was done before. Just all that. And it's what I'm trying to say is like, just cause the whole MC argument is so fucking stupid and lazy. It's just like, no, that's just fucking lazy. There are plenty of series and outside, and I think that's the problem too. Is like, I think it's just be reading run of the mill manga and anime that where the MC just gotta do shit because he gotta do shit because niggas just doing that. When there's plenty of, if you're actually a good writer, you can actually create stakes or have somebody lose and then have like ways around it. That's why I just like niggas just like, oh, he gotta win because he the MC. No, the fuck you don't. That's just lazy writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get that a lot where they just default to don't get out of it, blah blah. This and that and the third, but yeah, the overvaluing the MC thing is a little bit real. But like, before I kind of expand the topic, just to keep it in frame of the Deku thing, because I've seen some of the criticism and whatnot. But all right, Bar, I appreciate that. What I was gonna say with Deku is like, I think I was saying this to you earlier. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to have discourse with a lot of people because a lot of people just don't think. They repeat talking points they heard, or just I always say I don't understand how someone could have read something and got this takeaway. Like, you're an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
I watched the whole Deku thing and everything. People are like, wow, how could he be struggling with such and such depending on how strong he got? And I literally immediately when you said that, we're kind of saying it to him. Like, I thought about a bunch of scenarios that came into play. So like, first thing I brought was matchups, right? Remember, I used I used the Shaq example when I was like, let's just say I'm an NBA player, right? And like I played basketball in middle school and high school. I was a slasher. I got a good mid-range slasher, and I was really good at rebounding. Like, that was what I did, right? I did those things very well, and it worked very well for me, right? But there was probably a certain type of player that's really suited to deal with my skill set. So, go against Shaq. Look against Shaq. Shaq, like, don't get it twisted. Shaq had skills, but Shaq was more power and muscle and athleticism, right? The things that I have to do to stop Shaq, I don't need to stop Damian Lillard because he's shooting the ball from half court. It's a completely different set of skills I need to apply in order to defend Damian. So when people are all like, well, he just beat muscle and this and that and the third, and now he's struggling with ladies. Her name's Nagant, right? What's her name again?
Yeah, it's Nagant.
Right.
Like Nagant.
They're saying she's struggling with her. I'm like, Muscle is a close range physical fighter. She's a long range sniper. Skill sets that you need to deal with both type of combatants is completely different. It's not even to say that Deku's incapable, but it's you have to apply it differently. And then on top of that, like I said, there is beauty in simplicity sometimes. When Deku just had to worry about getting his body right for one for all and everything, it could be a little bit easier, but now that he has to start applying all of these extra quirks on top of that, he has to apply so many different things. So in a lot of ways, you can say this has set him back, depending on how you're looking at it, because it's like, okay, make sure I don't overexert my body. Also, Black Widow. boom, danger sense. Oh, gotta use float. Now you have to balance the complexity of the power set that you have. So I just don't understand what the fuck they're complaining about.
Yeah, and that was actually expanded upon during the Endeavor Agency arc when he was like, all right, how do I simultaneously try to use both of these at once? And there was like, all right, listen, it's like, you have to crawl before you walk, like you have to walk. And it's like, once you manage and practice enough, then it'll become like second nature. But that was just with Black Whip, and he had Black Whip for like 3 more months. Now he has Float, like fucking Danger Sense, and which is like a passive ability. Then you have like Smoke, and then he has the other 2 abilities, which we don't even know about, which may most likely are offensive abilities. But at the same time, it's like, all right, how do I balance? It's like it's almost like fighting. It's almost like you're playing a game, right? And then you have like, all right, I have all these moves, but which one is the best move to actually use? And I think she's been studying this nigga for quite a while. The minute they got out of prison, he said, "Wait for a rainy day." It's been at least 2 to 3 to 4 weeks since that time frame when they broke out of prison. So she's been watching this nigga from very afar and observing him too. And she like had this thing like, you don't have time to think. Deku doesn't have time to think. It's like you can sense something, yeah, because people try to overhype the abilities. Like, Danger Sense is like Ultra Instinct, he just dodge anything. Just because you can see something coming doesn't mean you can dodge it. If I see Floyd Mayweather throwing a punch, that don't mean I'm gonna dodge that shit. Just because I seen this shit come. Exactly.
You're not dodging.
Like, I'll be on the floor the next second, bro. Like, I can see it coming. Don't mean I can fucking dodge it. And that was that been my point. People overhyping on his capabilities. Like, yes, it's okay to like, he raw now. He got his strength. It's okay, but like, keep that shit tempered. Like, stop trying to overhype it. Then young niggas don't get mad if he get folder. He look like she just broke his fucking gauntlets, got this nigga on the ropes, and then people like, oh, all he gotta do is get close and it's over with. Snipers are trained in hand-to-hand combat, first of all. Second of all, you don't think she's at least 10, 20 years in her field and she wouldn't have never had one experience where she would have trained hand-to-hand combat? And plus, she was in basically the super spy program with Hawks, like older than the Hawks. And Hawks has physical capabilities too, like hand-to-hand. So, like, why wouldn't she have that? Like, I'm just so confused at that point. It's like, what's up, Pat? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, he was fighting Muscular, but then again, Muscular was at 40% of his true power because Shindo knocked all his muscle fibers fucking loose, so he couldn't use his full power. And then when his muscle fibers started coming apart, that's basically his shield and his spear. So he had none of his actual weapons to keep him tame. So his quirk was in at full strength. So then Deku just beat his ass real quick because all he had was his regular body, and you hit somebody with regular body like 45, 50%, of course that shit gonna fucking knock your ass down. Yeah. So it's like, he did it with a technical prowess other than over brute strength and just because Deku that strong. No, he used like some logistical shit. And like I said, matchups matter in this world.
I'm glad you used the video example because I don't like characters with too many moves. It's too much to keep track of. I don't like it. If the special move list is like 6 deep, it's too many moves. I need 3. I need a projectile, some type of flip kick or something, and I'm good, bro. I don't need all that. Like Dante from like DMC, not DMC, well, the SDMC, but from Marvel's too many moves. There's too much going on. Not too much going on. I can't keep track of all that. So for me, like I said, that could be what Deku was kind of having mentalized because he has so many fucking abilities now. And one, like you said, is passive. Doesn't even completely understand. Like I remember, there's a lot of versions of Spider-Man where yes, he understands there's danger, but he had to hone where the danger was coming from specifically and how to evade it automatically. Like sometimes he would misjudge the danger because he wasn't used to the Spidey sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See me? Want to chime in? You there?
Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all so smart. It brings a tear to my eye. Cause
was that Emperor?
Battling is, as I always tell y'all, it's a thinking man's game. Just because somebody is more powerful on paper does not necessarily mean that they're going to win a fight. Quote unquote tier lists, as the FGC dweebs like to call them, they exist for a reason and they have importance for a reason. Matchups, environments, conditions, status effects, alignments, so on and so forth, battle IQ, all of that comes into play in a fight. That's why, armchair booking means little to nothing when we're talking about a fight. And by that I mean, for authors who know how to properly construct a fight, because all of those variables matter. Fights are hardly ever just in a blank space that's completely neutral,
Mm-hmm.
and both combatants or all combatants involved are 100% even on the playing field. All right. So the fact that these folks saying all types of nonsense, I'm gonna temper myself and not talk about just series in general. I'm gonna keep it to My Hero till we expand to that in a few minutes. But it's like, bro, there's a reason why they told the ass to wait for when it rains. You don't think we're gonna see some crazy shit gonna happen once Deku gets closer? Are we completely forgetting that the environment requirement is met? Deku's fighting from the bottom here, So, and not only that, just as he said, snipers are not helpless if you get in their face, because that's the obvious counter to them. That's why usually when you play a competitive game that has shooting in it, the default sniper class, the main gun is the sniper rifle, and your secondary gun is usually like a shotgun of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
They have means to freaking counter close combat situations. So I'm not seeing why anybody would think the second Deku gets in her face, it's over.
Automatic W.
What the fuck you just said?
Automatic W.
Oh yeah, it's just strange. It's like, bro, y'all not in that whole MC must win. It's we talked about it numerous times on here, and we're going to talk about it again. It's easily one of the most frustrating arguments ever, because they're just not thinking. It's laziness. That's the argument for people who don't want to think, who don't want to. I'm using the word think very loosely. I'm not even talking about no grand, like mind-boggling 4 steps 5D chess tour thing either. They just don't want to think at all. Just think, oh well, because it MC he have to win. It's just like that freaking dweeb that I used to argue with on Crunchyroll. That man really came in the fucking Hunter x Hunter thread and was chatting about some oh, long running anime is completely pointless. Why? Because you know that the MC is gonna win at the end. That's why it has that many episodes. Type
What
B.
the fuck?
I don't even know what to do with that, so I'm not even gonna go there.
And it's just like, yo, listen, I completely understand that Shonen Jump has a formula that they like their series to follow. That's all fine and dandy. But as he said, Shonen is not a genre. It is a demographic. Oh, it's a shonen. Do you realize what you say when you say that? Oh, it's a boy. Nigga, are you kidding me? Y'all gotta realize what the hell y'all are saying.
And you know what? To add on to that real quick, I think it was back in 2019. It showed that the fucking one of the lowest scores for like the percentile was like fucking 3.5%. That was like 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds. Like majority of niggas reading Shonen Jump today
A
are
girl?
over 20. Are grown as men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it's a shonen, because again, it being shonen does not dictate anything, right? And just there are shonen manga that appear outside of Shonen Jump. There are shonen manga that don't remotely follow the formulas that Shonen Jump likes to try to apply to their series, their brand, if you will.
Bro,
So all has different this.
Two Love Ru is a shonen, bro. Like
Exactly.
Nisekoi is a shonen. Like
Exactly.
people don't understand what they're saying.
It's just silliness.
Nah, dude, it's actually a saying. Yeah, it's obnoxious. Wait, Pat, were you watching? Do you need to read the question for you properly, or y'all were talking about?
The chapter, right?
Well, no,
It's just
no,
it,
not,
it,
go ahead.
Oh, you
Go
got
ahead.
it. You got
Go
it.
ahead. You can explain it because it's your topic.
Well, cause like I was saying, like the chapter is like it's basically they just want to gas up. I understand, but remember the rules of the world and how it's set up, where experience, quirk matchups, and all this, that, and other
No,
actually
I'm saying
matters.
tell him the topic.
So like basically, it's like people use the excuse that just because this the MC, they have to win or just to go forward.
Ah,
Just just because like well, it's the MC, so basically they gotta win. They gotta do this.
Yeah.
No excuse.
and we're me and East were speaking about Instagram, so I framed it into my hero lens, but I'm going to extend it to One Piece and Tower God in a second. But go ahead.
well, that argument is fucking stupid. Because you already know my favorite series, the MC gets their asses beat a lot, like a lot. Literally, Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke dies in the first fucking episode, first chapter. Like, what are we even trying to say? Because they're the main character, they have to win?
Yes,
That's not the case.
100% win rate.
Somebody point me a series in Shonen Jump
Mhm.
where the main character won 100% of his fights.
Yeah,
Because that doesn't happen.
that's what I'm saying. My guy Zeton of Suzuna was good. What's happening, Crow Gang? Yes, sir. We out here. All right. Okay. So, did you, Pat? Did you see it all the discourse related to Luffy?
I saw it.
I didn't see it when they dropped the TP whatever scans, but when the vids came out, they weren't happy for some reason. And
Yeah.
in a similar vein to the conversation we were just having related to Deku, they're upset that like he lost. But I remember 2 weeks ago when he got 3 hits, I was in here arguing with somebody, literally saying that I think Luffy's a lot stronger than people give him credit for, and I do think that he's ready. And I look stupid. Don't get it wrong. I look dumb. I look fucking creditless. That being said, I wasn't shocked that Luffy got his shit smacked. So we can apply this conversation to One Piece as well.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, I remember we were in here talking, and I said, people don't like seeing Luffy win. And it's like they heard me. Because now they flipped the script. Now they don't like seeing him lose. So, like, what do you want from him?
Some people use
I
the
don't
caveat.
get it. I don't know what they want.
It's the off screen, but I'll get to that in a second. But I mean, again,
Oh, it's an insignificant off screen. Everybody with a brain knows that the fight's not over. Like, what are we complaining about? Because he got knocked out a little bit and it got shown to us. Like, it gets to a point where, like, bro, we're 1,013 chapters in, and you're still complaining about certain formulaic points like this. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. We're complaining about the same shit that's been prevalent throughout the entire series. One Piece is, what, 22, 23 years old?
I think about 23, yeah.
Like, bro, what's the problem? I just don't understand them.
It's just kind of crazy to me because I always thought that one thing Oda did really well. He balances his Luffy's wins and loss ratio. I've seen him take an L to Caesar. He's not weaker than Caesar, but Caesar outsmarted him by removing all the oxygen. Actually, took out a lot of really powerful combatants all at once. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure where that
Luffy.
idea comes from, but maybe because I've seen a lot of shit where the MC had died, or somebody who I thought was an MC wasn't really an MC. As a matter of fact, if I kind of use like a shonen example, I guess, in Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, we have a little bit of a bait and switch because the person that we're following is actually a clone of the main character. It's not even the main character. So it's like, oh shit. Then you're like 100-something chapters in, and you're like, boom, you're just following a new dude, and his demeanor is nothing like the character that we were following for all this time. So it's like, just because you haven't experienced it, maybe I guess you can't just assume that doesn't happen. But I never just default to, oh, it's the MC, so the MC's gonna win. No, that's boring. It's boring to think that way.
What's up, Lizard?
You. What we talking?
But yeah, like literally, Kenichi's mightiest disciple. Kenichi gets his ass put in a spliff for like the first 100 chapters before he's able to start fucking winning. Like saying that the MC wins because he's the MC is stupid logic. It's just not true.
Yep.
Basically,
Unless
that's
it's
the,
like
that's the top
solo
Siamese.
leveling or something.
That's the top of Siamese. But that's what solo leveling is even about. So you don't get in there thinking like you know what that's about. But did you get the topic
Exactly.
Siamese?
Yeah, about MCs always like people saying MCs should win all the time, which is obviously stupid.
Mad whack Luffy and kill Mihawk and Baratie. They said, yo, you couldn't have beat Mihawk back in Baratie? Yeah, he's not the one. But people
Luffy didn't beat Don Krieg, by the way. They fought to a draw.
I mean, Donkey got back up, and then Gin
Yup.
said we lost. Tight beat, so
They fought to a draw.
What other Luffy losing for his story is a bit. Wait, people using the chapter count as a point to argue against Luffy? I don't get. Oh, because it's so late in the story. That's dumb. And I just want to understand. I just want to understand something. Like, we're all reading One Piece, correct? Like fighting Kaido, correct?
Yes.
Is this not what we should be expecting? Should it be that easy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really arguing? Like, what's going on? Like, I like Kaido hits so hard, dude. Like, I don't understand what people are looking for and talking about. But Our Chronicles, damn, I've heard you mention that in the stream before. That Cut Deep, oh man, that's one of my favorites. One of my favorite manga. I love that shit. Oh, back in the day, I called it the Kingdom Hearts of anime because they were going to different worlds and some dimension traveling shit. But yeah, Kaido, there you go. Like Kaido's that dude.
Nah, but
Go ahead.
bro, Blah, he's my nigga. But when he don't like something, he go off the rails. Like
Blah Pirates.
to say that Luffy gets his ass beat 3 times before he fucking wins a fight, that's not true. And he knew it when he sent that tweet out too.
Yeah,
He was just upset that Luffy lost.
it's not
Because
a staple.
the last time Luffy lost multiple times to an opponent before he beat him was Magellan, and he didn't even really beat him.
You could. I think some people would argue that Dolphin, but I wouldn't.
Who? Dofi?
Yeah, with the strings or whatever the fuck. I heard someone say that.
No.
You know?
No. Dofi didn't have anything that could put Luffy down.
That's what kills me. He's fighting against minimum top 5 strongest character in the series. People are surprised. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is literally legends aside who passed away. This is literally the highest bounty we've seen. 1-on-1 battle on Kaido. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's strange. But then this gets even deeper now. We're going to Tower of God, because Bam just do whatever he wants at any given time, and that's not fun to follow as far as I'm concerned. He just be winning, pulling stuff out, doing nonsense. Everything is so contrived. He don't struggle. He doesn't go through any trials and tribulations. It's hard for me to enjoy.
That's what for me and Siamese, I think that's why we favor. I don't know how y'all feel. I know you kind of a little bit. I don't want to say speak for anybody. I'll let them speak for themselves. But I know me and Siamese, we favor Wagner. I think because his story is compelling too. But I like the struggle he goes through. He may not be the strongest motherfucker, and he not be the rawest, but he definitely has an interesting plot line with the rings and stuff like that. Plus, just his character development and stuff like that. Him and Coon wasn't finna just let Rachel slide after killing they homeboys. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, Bam, he like, Rachel, you may have killed Coon, but you just got one more time. And I swear to God, I'll be done with you. That's the point in that time that I was done with Bam. After that, I was like, nah, bro. Because they didn't know Coon was going to survive. They just like, all right, bro, he just basically done for. They didn't know they could revive him. But the fact that you, like, just let that shit go like that. But in any case, like, the last stage is just like, anything he need, it just started to pop up. And he just got it. There's no issue here, there, whatever. I'm just like, all right. That's why I was like, anytime Bam on screen, I read it, but I don't get no sense of tension or
I just know.
overhyped.
I'm literally never worried. I can't remember the last time Bam put up on Calavan, and I'm like, look at that impenetrable fortress right there. But Bam got it. Like I'm not worried about him. That's the point it's got to in Tower of God. I'm like, bro, first of all, we're running around with White, Van Kel, all these motherfuckers, bro. We have a squad. And you are one of the main players. Like you're not getting carry at this point. So it's just like I we'll see what happens when I read the new chapter.
I didn't really read anything. I wouldn't be surprised if things went down the line. He pulled up and started saving other niggas. Like, damn, he really is in the red. He built different. I wouldn't be surprised that shit just happened like that. That's why I was like, I value. And when it comes to TOG now,
All right,
I'm
Vash, I
interested.
appreciate you coming through, brother.
And when it comes to TOG, I'm interested in everything else besides. It's like at this point, I just know what it's going to be. I'm not going to sit here and complain. I'm just like, I know what it's going to be. It's what it is. It is what it is. I'm just going to fucking go ahead and turn my attention elsewhere because I know how he's going to handle the MC. Well, it's just Bam, so kind of got to do this. So I mean, it may change with season 3. I don't like I said, I'm not spoiling because I don't know anything. And I'm saying it may change.
It's
I don't
not
know,
gonna change,
but
Don't get your hopes up.
oh,
Pick Saburkaininiku.
You a piece of shit.
hey man, he called me a Kyle Nickel.
Wow. So yeah, like now that we on the just the whole scope of more Japanese comics or more Asian comics, right? Yo,
Uh-oh. You doomed
as I said it
yourselves.
before, y'all just love telling on yourselves. Y'all need to fucking read more. Y'all need to read different shit. Just say
Yeah.
all you know is fucking Naruto and Dragon Ball. Keep it moving. Just say that, cause it's clear as day.
Oh, you supposed to, nigga.
Just say that. Just say that you. I can't even say that you only read Shonen Jump manga because Shonen Jump has so much diverse shit in it. So I can't even say that. Just say you only know freaking Naruto, Dragon Ball, and maybe like Fairy Tail or something. Or you loosely know about Fairy Tail and how niggas be winning there. So that you just automatically put that blanket on all Asian comics that are geared towards boys. Just go ahead and say that. I mean, regardless if you do or don't, I already know you do.
Yeah.
But go ahead and say
You
that.
told on yourself.
Because it's clear as day. Bro, I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all. The MC don't have to do nothing. He doesn't have to do anything. There is no freaking golden rule that says the MC must do this. Nigga, no.
Yeah, let's go through a hero's journey. In order.
I don't know how many times I have to say this, man. Suguru lost his first 6 fights in Kinnikuman. That means the very first 6 times you saw this nigga fight, starting from chapter 1, he lost.
I can attest to this. It is true. He's not lying.
He's not. I mean, I didn't count, but he did take L's right away.
Yeah. Bro, MC doesn't have to do anything. He don't have to win nothing.
I keep
All
telling
the
these people
MC
there's no
got
one size fits all.
Exactly. All the MC has to do is tell the story through their eyes. That's it. That's the only thing that they're doing. We're looking at the world through their freaking eyes, their glasses, if you will, their lenses, whatever. They don't have to win no fight. They don't have to always get the last fight. They don't have to always win. Oh, well, he's going to become this in the future, therefore. Nigga, what? As you said in your other video. So then just bring Jihad here right now and get it over with.
Yeah. You have to be Jihad, therefore he has to be that strong. So just bring him here. It's not wasting my time. End the story. The fuck? Let him get 8 contrived power-ups mid-battle and win so I can move on with my life. Shit.
I wouldn't bat an eye. I wouldn't bat an eye if that nigga did that shit. I would not be shocked in the least.
As long as I see the credits roll and love eating chicken, he good. That's all I care about. As long as my
So
nigga
it's
is
like-
good, we good.
On the scope of One Piece, I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but this is how I feel about it. Luffy getting KO'd again a third time is perfect booking. And I got another thing to say about that too. 2-year training is not enough to tackle the New World.
Nope.
Period.
Nope.
Not a single person on Luffy's crew, including himself, is 100% ready for the New World. They will always, until I'm saying close to either the last arc or second to last arc, they will always be fighting from the bottom. Period.
Does not apply to other crews too, because Kid them niggas had to fucking
Yeah, them
scrap-
too.
scrap-
All that,
scrap.
the entire worst generation. The entire worst generation. Yeah, I could go ahead and say that the entire worst generation is not ready for the new world. 2
Okay,
years is
only
not enough.
focus
Oh,
on MC and Battle showing him where he isn't strong could be extremely interesting. There's tons like that. There's tons.
Yeah, Capone sitting up there under Big Mom and shit, trying to.
Nigga said,
Yeah,
why
he
and Ryu? I mean, he got hold on. He got Soul Edge. Wait a minute.
Hey, that's,
So-
the one, that's the one he need. That's the one he need to body. That's,
Hold
that's
on
the
now.
person.
So like I don't think Yeti is he's a fraud or he looks stupid because Luffy got defeated. No.
Oh,
I
look
still
silly,
101%.
but I know what I said. I said remember I said he has all the tools that he needs. Now he can
Yeah,
earn
exactly.
them. Yeah,
You wasn't lying. I 100% agree with that. Because that's what I'm saying. You don't look silly at all. I could have all the tools in the world, and I could still lose all of my fights. That don't mean nothing. Having the tools don't mean nothing. I gotta know how to use them.
Mhm.
Right? So yeah, it's Yeti doesn't look silly at all. We have to do a lot to defeat Kaido, and doing that one-on-one just there clearly was not enough. He still got to freaking wail on him and, have like 20 on ones and all that other shit. But does Luffy have the tools to defeat him? Yeah, we just need to super duper apply them. But that being said, I don't believe that Luffy is remotely strong enough to defeat any of the Yonkos by himself. I don't say starting from Dressrosa, probably even earlier than that. All of Luffy's fights have fucking asterisks on them.
Mhm.
All of them.
He's not winning any of these fights completely straight up one-on-one like that.
Yeah, by himself. Yeah, absolutely. He has asterisks on every single last one of his
That
wins.
bothers some people. I don't care because they're pirates. W.
I don't know why that bothers anybody because, as I said, none of the worst generation is ready. Period.
Yeah, I actually would give Luffy extra credit versus Katakuri. He was technically outnumbered in the Mirror World, so I actually don't think that one has an asterisk. I know he dipped for a bit, but hey, tactical retreats out. Luffy getting that King's Road booking. The all Luffy went gear for the before getting knocked out, so you didn't get to see. The reason why I said no because I feel like when Luffy gets kind of hit out of Gear 4th, when he kind of deflates, you kind of see that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really see that. So I don't think he was in Gear 4th, personally speaking. I could be wrong though. I mean, even if you're completely wrong, it's whatever. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not taking it to heart. It's just some people are like, you said it, you better. I'm like, all right, look, I was wrong. He got his shit smacked. I look silly. I understand. I don't double down when I'm wrong. I'm not a clown. That's what clowns do. I don't do that shit.
Like again, and it goes back into the, as I said earlier, the whole armchair booking thing, right? Variables matter. We see it all the time in sports, period. MMA is one of the best examples. You could have the best grappler versus the best striker, right? Yeah. And then the nigga that you don't expect to win could win. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's 101% better than him.
Yeah.
But certain variables happen in his favor. That's all that means. So it's, people, they have absolutely zero. I mean, they do have zero fighting IQ. I know that for sure, but that's not what I'm trying to say. They just zero comprehension, zero tact. They just don't understand how an actual fight works and its dynamics, everything that goes into it.
Yeah.
And then on the Tower of God thing, oh Jesus Christ Almighty, the
Pause for a
Tower
quick
of
second.
God thing.
Don't lose that. It's
I'm
so
not-
bad that someone said that they keep getting hyperbolic time chamber power ups in the fucking arc. Because I'm like, wait a minute. You compared Kid kind of getting the one up on Big Mom, slamming her into the ground that did no damage. He got power up. All right, dude. This is the shit I deal with. This is shit I gotta hear all the time. So sorry, go ahead though.
But yeah, so the Tower of God thing. Oh my God, Lord Jesus in heaven. Just as Yeti said, every time Bam is on screen, I don't feel not no single type of tension, suspense, disbelief, none of that. It's just, oh, okay, he's here. And then the second he's not, and then when they cut to whatever everybody else is doing, okay, cool. Then when Bam's back on screen, oh, okay. He don't, nothing happens to him.
No.
Cutting away from Bam, that doesn't happen to me.
How can a regular be doing this? Oh, brother.
Struggle? Nope.
He's
Work
a
hard?
brain.
Nope. Take damage? Nope. Fighting from the bottom? Nope. He just then he win. And it's oh my god. You see, in cases like Seiya and shit like that, he on his feet can see the gimmick. He get beat up first. Then he get back up. That's wrong. He take damage. He does not take damage constantly having people jump in front of him like the fucking Simpsons meme, taking his 4E, all that other stupid shit. He take damage. Then he get back up. Bam he just win. Just shit literally happens for him. That's the perfect way to describe him.
Yeah.
Shit be happening.
I agree. I want to see how Luffy bounces back. No pun intended. I don't know how he's gonna get saved. So basically, it's going to be strength in numbers when dealing with all the Yonko. I don't think so. Actually, I think once they kind of get the thing about it is, I think honestly, in a lot of ways, Kaido is the simplest Yonko to deal with because of the way that he is. He's an ape. He's a Kenpachi type. He just wants to smoke. He's not dodging shit. Like I don't really understand why sometimes we don't kind of add to people's personality into this. And I'm actually gonna use an example since you're here, Zatan. Boya. What did Boya say to Jesus Christ, the front of armament boxer, or Ryushin? Remember? He has a tendency to try to beat the person that he's fighting with their fighting style. But he knows he can't outbox him. So what he do? Flick the cigarette at him, throw his shoe, boom, boom, smack him, leave the fucking warehouse. Right? Like, you can have strong characters still go through trials and tribulations, even if they're talented. So I don't understand why we feel because Bam is fucking Neo in the Matrix, he can't struggle with anything at all, ever, for any reason.
Struggle too!
So
Neo did not freaking just walk all up and down that trilogy of movies like it was sweet.
Boy, what did he say? He's like, I was like, getting the hell. What did he tell fucking Morpheus to the nigga? Like, show me what you got. And he did the
he said
thing, and they was still going blow for blow. And then who won the fight?
Everybody messes up the first jump. He fucked up the first jump, like. So I often used to say the reason why I think Aizen lost wasn't because he wasn't strong enough, because he got the fucking marble and said, I'm not gonna dodge shit no more. And that's how he got caught slipping. If he was still dodging shit, he wouldn't have that. I really think he would have won. So you gotta take in the personality. I think because Kaido's simple minded in the sense that he's like, oh shit, we boxing? Let's go! Like he's easier to deal with in that sense. I don't think Big Mom's that type of fighter. So you have to take consideration. Katakuri was honorable. You got lucky. Those things matter.
Freaking Kaido's crew is incompetent as fuck.
Absolutely.
Big Mom's
Yonko crew in the series.
Big Mom's crew, they are not incompetent. They will get your ass out of here.
Yup. They have a whole intelligence network.
Yep. All right, Kaido's crew, they literally just a bunch of abominations running up and down here.
Oh, brother.
But
when we're off this, I actually have an interesting question I want to ask you guys. I don't know if CPT is still in here. We'll go ahead. Sorry.
Actually, no, go ahead, because I don't want you to lose your shit.
Okay. All right. So, where's Big Mom crew at right now? I don't even know. But Perospero out here. Perotti coming from Marco. What I was gonna say is, people were kind of complaining about the off screen. Me and Pat were on the same page on this, and we probably too send me and stuff. But I actually thought I could understand people's frustration because of how frequently Oda does this. But I felt like this was one of the few times that it was actually a very good off screen. The point of this is shock value, and then when the time is appropriate, we rewind the clock to kind of see what happens, even just a brief instance or moment. Like, I actually thought this was a good instance of the off screen, but I was gonna say, for anybody in the chat now, I thought we could do something a little interesting. Name any off screens that you thought was bad or didn't like, and I'll tell you if I have a problem with it or not. Or you can chime in too if you want, Pat. Because I thought this was one of the good ones. Like this one made sense to me. Like the Akainu Aokiji one made perfect sense to me. So a lot of them, I'm like, no, like I understand why he did this. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think that was perfect. Go ahead.
I would say the referee. I really wanted to see that.
Yeah, that you know how I felt about that one.
Because
I was the only
that
person
was
angry
like,
we were in Wano. I was angry. I don't give a fuck about this stupid little dinky sword he used to not commit seppuku. I was pissed. I said, take me back to the fucking Mauricio. I was mad as hell.
yeah, I think that was like around 2 years ago at this time period. That was like we were getting peak One Piece chapters, and it was just straight exposition, information dumping, world building. Like had the world's leaders at a conference, revolutionaries about to pull up. I'm like, bro,
Mhm.
this is One Piece. Then we're going to Wano. I was like, huh? We're in Wano?
Yeah.
What happened to the conference? I was like, damn. Like, I want to get to Wano, but shit, this was so good.
I feel it. Ino and Neku versus Jack we saw. I don't know. I'm not mad at that one. I don't think I care because it's Jack, but I don't. That's just me having no emotional investment in that nigga. I don't want to see him do anything, so that's fair. I seen Sanji page one, but we kind of got to see a
No.
good amount of it.
Yeah,
Didn't
the
we?
anime gave us to us.
But didn't I hear that Oda's doing that on purpose to some degree so the anime could fill it in? I don't know if I never confirmed that. Someone said that, but I don't believe anything anyone says that I don't fucking check my source myself. So I don't know. I just heard it in passing. But yeah.
I believe I actually heard it was confirmed. Like he works with
Mhm.
we're really close with the animation team, so some stuff he just has lead because the anime team can do it a little bit better. I heard that was actual a real thing confirmed that he kind of works with them because they've been working together for so long that he leaves some stuff for them to do so they can adapt it even more so.
Mhm.
So
Hey, that formula working because Kaido versus Oda in the anime,
I've not watched any of that shit yet. I'm gonna watch it soon though. Which
it
is
was
better to y'all, the
so
Wano
much better.
anime or the manga? I think the
The
I think
anime.
I think the anime's been doing a really good job. I haven't seen it since Killer versus Laurel. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I'll get there eventually. I've been seeing a lot. I've seen all the scenes and moments and stuff, which is kind of how I watch One Piece at this point. I don't even be watching like that, but I'll because my friend's catching up and I know he's approaching the Odin flashback. I'll watch it with him that day because that's usually how I get to watch this shit because I don't do it on my own. But
Hey man,
everyone did bother me on a personal level, but I think I understand why he did it. CBT was talking about flow and keeping the main thing the main thing. Sometimes Oda doesn't want to lose focus on what's going on, so sometimes he might just kind of cut away and come back when it's appropriate. And sometimes we do end up going back to some degree. So don't forget, there's times where he might go back and revisit stuff. But the off-screen thing, I do think is a bit of an issue. I understand why it bothers a lot of people, but I really think the story is so big and so expansive. He has to do this to some degree, which is why I was bringing up in my video that I really think Korigama is probably the only Kazuma's out there too. Because Patel was right. He said Kazuma's up there too with Index. I think he handles the Index cast very well. But um, these stories with these ever expanding casts where more and more people, and sometimes when they introduce, they're just important off the strength of, oh, who's this? That's Crocus. He used to sit with Gold Roger. What the fuck? Like, they're just important straight off introduction, even if they're not going to play an integral part in the present time. Kurigama is one of the only people I've ever seen actually handle that really well. So, and I think Oda had fallen. I think Oda did a good job with that until Dressrosa, and he's fallen apart since. I don't think he handles the whole cast very well. I think people get shut like shafted, thrown under the radar, don't get the full kind of like recognition they should get. But anyway, that's my opinion. Mm-mm-mm. Hawkins versus Law, yeah, that one hurt me personally, just because you know what I'm saying. That's my guy, the magician, the GOAT. So yeah,
yeah, the anime off screen that one too. So there was no saving that off
yeah.
screen.
They said no one want to see this. I'm like, okay, like,
But no, the anime fucking I don't know what's gotten into the staff. I think it's like the new talent that they've gotten in the studio, but Whitebeard versus Odin, Whitebeard versus Roger, fucking Odin versus Kaido, like
I think they were
they've been
excited.
snapping very, very hard.
You know, Japan, Pirate Land. I'm joking, not Pirate Land, but like I think they're just excited because I could tell sometimes when like certain things happening, and they're like, "Yo, let me get that scene. Let me get that scene." Like they look like the toy staff look like, "Yo, they try to yo, let me animate that. Yo, let me get this fight." Nah, they did a good job with the overhaul since the Wano arc started and stuff. I gotta watch it again, but
It looks so
I
pretty.
just be busy, man. It's just time sometimes. Oh yeah. What else came out this week? I don't know. I didn't read Jujutsu Kaisen. You guys can talk about that if you want, though.
Damn, you didn't read it?
I read it, I read,
He's not reading it no more.
it's
He
been
dropping.
it's been over a month since I read it. But someone told me it was on hiatus or some shit, or it was on break. So
What? No, I was just on like.
I don't know,
break.
man. The calling game started. I said, bro, ever since Mojito left, I've been bored on my fucking skull. I said, basically I said when Hikari shows up, just tell me, and I'm out till then. I don't really care right now.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with it being bad or whatever. It's not invested. It happens sometimes. That's not about this. I really don't. So,
Yeah, they were on break for a week, and then they had Golden Week, so that's what it was. So like the break came after Golden Week, so it was like 3 weeks with no chapter.
They was suffering over there, huh?
Wait.
Treat the kids breaking my heart every chapter. Ugh. I wish I was invested as you guys were, but all my favorite characters don't matter. So, you know how I'm a character guy, so it's hard. It's hard for me to stay invested.
All my favorite characters are gone.
Yeah, they're fucking dead, or incapacitated, or not fighting no more. I don't know what to do. So, I missed 2 chapters only. You're not gonna get the Hikari anytime soon, then. Where that nigga?
Man, listen,
We're the black man.
I don't know about y'all, but so recently, the latest volume cover for JJK dropped.
That shit was ugly.
He beat me to the joke. Damn.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. So
Nah, that shit was
timeline
ugly.
was going like, yo, this so sexy. Oh my god, this raw. I'm looking at, I'm like, bro, this shit hideous. This shit mad ugly. What are y'all talking about? That shit look mad ugly, boy. Oh my, I'm like, ew. This looks nasty.
Yeah, the last 2 volume covers he done put out, he missed very, very much. Like the last good one he put out was the one with Sukuna. The Mahito one was hideous,
What
and the
number is
one
it?
with
15?
Sukuna.
What's the volume number for JJK? What is it? Is it 15, 16? What volume are you on?
I think it's 17 now. Let me double check.
Oh no, that shit fucking ugly. That should make my eyes hurt. Should look like the man drew the pic with the side of the pencil. Then he slapped his palm on the freaking paper and just started rubbing it. That shit ugly.
It's 16, Naya.
Okay. Is it this Mahita one where he's like, no, that's 15.
Yeah, that's 15. 16 is the new one with
I don't know, it's not showing me.
Get to on it. Yeah, it's brand new. That's why.
Ew! I'm uncomfortable. His brain leaking? Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Nah, that's actually kind of eerie. Like I don't know if the cover is bad because I think it's meant to be off-putting, but oh god no. His brain was my skin. Oh, it's crawling. Heebie-jeebies. Oh god. Shake it off.
Yeah, that shit is ugly.
Shake it off.
Vincent!
Oh shit!
Oh god, that was not it.
That shit is ugly, dude. That's crazy.
I think it was intentional, but
Yeah,
it
what's
hurt
up,
my
Pat?
feelings. Well, go ahead, pick the bone. I picked the bone with him too, but he said that he said that because we talk about it all the time. He knows what's going on in the group chat. That was his excuse.
Nah, shit just ugly. Like, bro, like listen, this has come from someone who loves body horror, right? This shit ugly. It's not drawn good. Shit, like, look at his fingers. Look like breadsticks. What the fuck going on here?
Breadsticks are delicious, dude.
They absolutely are. Your fingers shouldn't look like them, though.
I don't know, man. I was hungry enough. No, I'm playing.
His
It is-
arm,
I thought it was grotesque. I didn't like it personally.
his forearm look like a freaking Fiji bottle. Fingers look like breadstick. So why is drawn like this? This shit ugly.
Listen, It's the brain fluid. That's my problem.
Yeah, that cover, and he was doing so well up until that point too. Because what is it? The one with Nanami, number 11. Obviously, that was a Hunter x Hunter callback, but I thought that was really cool. The May one was okay, I guess.
Hey man,
But the one with
she had them things out. What you mean?
nah, it's just the way he drew her in that volume was
I don't
not
even.
very
I,
appealing.
honestly, I just saw it like 2 seconds ago. And I was looking for the new one. I'd never seen it before. I don't. What's up, J Wolf?
But yeah, and then the one with what's his name? Sasakabe? Is that how you say it?
I don't even know who that is.
Usukabe, the
The-
nigga with the sword that was with
Yeah,
Panda during
Kusakabe.
Shibuya.
There we go, Kusakabe. That's what I was thinking of.
I
Yeah,
still
the
don't- I
teacher
still-
for
I still-
Kyoto.
I still know
The,
who that
the,
is.
the nigga that was with Panda during Shibuya, that was like, bro, I ain't trying to be here, bro. I'm trying to get the fuck off. It's too many dangerous ass people here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his volume cover was really good. I liked his, and I really liked the Sukuna one. Those were really good.
Yeah.
So want me to edit out the liquid? I know somebody put semen on his head. I know they did. That's immature. I believe it. But yeah, I mean, I didn't read read JK, but I thought My Hero was probably My Hero and One Piece were good this week. I really like the Zeus stuff. That shit killed me. Zeus and Nami and their fucking fake breakup. Zeus trying to get his girl back type beat. But I don't think Zeus is gone. I think Zeus is fine. I think we're gonna see Zeus again. I actually thought Hera was lightning. I don't know if anyone else thought that initially. I actually legitimately thought Hera was lightning. I didn't know it was another thundercloud. This in the same vein as Zeus. But let's see what Kid's gonna do. I don't know. I brought this up when I was kind of talking about it. We'll kind of like let this be because I can't stream it too long. I gotta rest after. But I don't know. I forgot to check. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna write it down actually. I'm not gonna write it down right now. But
Oh my.
I felt like Oda had been doing a bit of a seesaw effect with Kid and Killer. I would say Kid and Luffy, because we know how they're supposed to be comparable and yada yada. You know, both of them have the crew members, whatever. But I feel like every time Luffy looks really bad, Kid looks good or looks better. And I don't know if you're getting that sentiment where it's like on the rooftop when Luffy was in work, or like okay, I could go back further. Kid's doing his thing in the New World, you know, Luffy had to wait, blah, blah. So some people, I remember, were thinking Kid was more impressive. You see that nigga slump in the side sleep, right? What Luffy just do? Beat Doflamingo, raw, right? And they meet, obviously, things happen. And then I feel like Luffy was showing out at the beginning of the fight on the rooftop on Roof Piece. And then as soon as Luffy looks bad right now because he's getting the shit smacked out of him, he's off the fucking rooftop. Kid slams the fuck out of Big Mom into the ground. Like there's a couple other instances of that I'm probably not remembering, but I don't know if I'm forcing that or if it's really Oda's doing that intentionally. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
That sounds freaking pretty plausible to me. You got the examples? Shit.
Mm.
Well, I never even thought of it like that.
Because even think about the beginning, right? What did Luffy just do? This nigga just beat Moria and came from Enies Lobby and know what he did. What do you mean to somebody with a higher than him? Nah, that don't sit right with me. You know, like like that kind of push and pull. And I think people kind of take the rival thing too literal, where it's like they don't have to necessarily be constantly butting heads with each other, as opposed to they're just competing in terms of notoriety throughout the world. So I keep telling people with the Kaido and Moria shit. I don't think Moria was like, Kaido, my rival, round 3, we're even one. Like, no, I don't think it was happening. I think Moria was something crazy. You read the newspaper, then Kaido's something crazy. Then he's in the newspaper. So like, yo, they're rivals type beat. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, it's just as I said earlier with the y'all need to read more shit. All they know about rivalries in shonen manga is Goku and Vegeta. So that's what they're applying to this.
Sasuke Naruto right there too.
Not even Goku and Vegeta way worse. Because that nigga's literally always just freaking playing tickle butt. But yeah, that's what they're applying. That Goku and Vegeta logic to here. They're not slick. I know exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Luffy unlocked new Haki and Udon, and the Kid was drowning or something like that. Luffy's on the ground, like opposing the Kid he breaks the big ass door and stuff. But yeah, you see, I don't know. I never thought like Luffy was inferior, but for some reason I feel like he's doing that intentionally. I don't know if I'm just, but again, I could be forcing that, but I'm gonna look like in depth and see if I can see what that could be a video worthy. Did you wanna talk about the Big Mom? It's crazy. It's crazy to me because people are actually finally coming around to what we've been talking about Big Mom for fucking months, dude. Because I was gonna make a video on it, but I'm not gonna bother now because I think people finally are making the connection that she has fucking abandonment issues. That and her childhood trauma has never been treated. I'm gonna dive into my psychology bag a little bit.
Now we need a freaking a separate stream for that, or at least one where that's the first topic, because I got a lot to say about that. Y'all niggas not reading. Yeah. Y'all just refuse to look at freaking tiny details. Y'all just look at the pictures and don't even intake what the pictures showing.
Music to my ears.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do another day then. And hey, yo, Pheasant, Blue Pheasant, I'm with you. I keep telling people. Pat don't agree, but I keep telling them. Vegeta 2-0. That's all I know.
No, he's not.
He 2-0 against Goku. That's all I understand.
No, he's not. Goku
that's all I need. What the records say? What's on paper? What's in the record books?
What? Fuck what the records say. What Vegeta mental say? That nigga knew he got his ass to get that.
That's a good one. That was good.
Come on now.
Oh man, that's funny as fuck. Cause I use that shit for Crocodile all the time. I was like, what's the record? 1-1, right? Yeah. And I'm tired of y'all trying to say it's 2-2 because he wet his foot and stopped an attack. Cut it out. Cut that out. It does not. UK Morge has this theory how Kid's supposed to be like an anti-Luffy or something. He's supposed to represent Luffy that loses his crew and doesn't complete his goal. I don't think your seesaw thing is far-fetched. I mean, I think I heard Brago say something akin like a long time ago that he thinks Kid is Luffy without the luck. I think he's the one I first heard say that. I could be wrong. Maybe it was Dritz, but I think I heard Brago say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Crocodile won. You know what I'm saying? Crocodile, we're in the series right now. Yep, won. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean,
yeah. I might come on here just a little bit tomorrow, like early, just not literally for like 20 minutes, because I want to talk about just Scissor 7, but I don't want to spoil anybody in here. I don't know who watches that shit, but I'll just say that I thought the third season was the best one. Thought it was phenomenal. Very excited for the movie. Shout out to China. That's the best country out right now, and y'all have some mighty fine day. You're